Look at this, $47,000 in just 90 days. And before you think this is fake, let me show you something else. 8.2 million views across my 3 movie recap channels in the last 3 months alone. My biggest video hit 12 million views and made me over $8,000 from that single video. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I'm about to give you the exact blueprint that took me from 0 to multiple 6 figures annually. But here's the thing, and pay attention because this is important. 90% of people trying to do movie recaps are doing it completely wrong. After my last video, where I briefly mentioned movie recaps, my comment section exploded. Hundreds of you asking the same questions. How do you avoid copyright? What's your editing process? How do you make them go viral? So today, I'm giving you everything. Think of this as a complete masterclass that would normally cost you thousands of dollars, but I'm giving it to you free because I remember what it was like starting out, having no idea where to begin. Look at these comments. Please make a full tutorial. I need the complete process. This could change my life. Well, today's your lucky day. Before we dive in, let me show you why you should listen to me and not the other guys making these tutorials. Channel 1, 847,000 subscribers. Channel 2, 1.2 million subscribers. Channel 3, 623,000 subscribers. Combined, I'm pulling in between $25,000 to $50,000 per month just from ad revenue alone. And here's what most people won't show you, the actual analytics. Last month alone, 4.7 million views, 847,000 hours of watch time, and here's the big one, $31,147 in ad revenue. But let me be completely honest with you. My first video got 247 views. My second got 89 views. I was ready to quit after 2 months because I thought I was doing everything right, but I was actually doing everything wrong. Look at this. My first channel from 2020, 37 subscribers after 3 months. I was getting copyright strikes left and right. My retention was terrible. I was losing money on editing software and getting nowhere. But here's what's crazy. I almost gave up in month 2 because I was doing everything wrong. I was getting copyright strikes, my videos weren't getting views, and I was ready to quit. Then I discovered the secret that changed everything. And that secret? It's something I call narrative scrambling. And it's the reason my videos get millions of views while others get stuck at a few thousand. I'll show you exactly how to do this in step 5. But first, you need to understand the foundation. Because if you skip ahead and try to use this technique without understanding the setup, you'll fail just like I did in the beginning. And trust me, I made every mistake possible so you don't have to. Step 1 is choosing your movies. And this is where most people mess up immediately. They think, oh, I'll just recap whatever movie I like. Wrong. Here's my exact process. I go to YouTube and search movie recap plus a genre. Let's say romantic movies because they perform incredibly well. I'm looking for movies that have been covered but not oversaturated. See this? The Notebook recap. I count the videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 videos means there's demand but not oversaturation. Perfect. But look at this. Titanic recap. I count 12 videos in the first page alone. Skip it, too much competition. Here's the golden rule. If there are 4 to 6 existing recap videos, that's your sweet spot. Less than 4 means no proven demand. More than 6 means you're fighting an uphill battle. Let me show you my top performing genres with actual numbers. Romantic movies, average 2.3 million views per video. Psychological thrillers, 1.8 million average. Sci-fi, 1.6 million average. Horror, 900,000 average but higher demonetization risk. My The Kissing Booth recap, 4.2 million views, 6,847 revenue. My Shutter Island recap, 3.1 million views, 5,234 revenue. My Interstellar recap, 2.8 million views, 4,191 revenue. I use VidIQ to analyze competition. Look at this. It shows me the exact search volume, competition level, and trending keywords. This tool alone has probably made me an extra $100,000 by helping me pick the right movies. Now, here's something interesting I discovered about timing. There's a specific day of the week and time of day that can double your views. I'll reveal this scheduling secret later. But first, you need to understand how to source your content properly. Step 2, getting your footage. I can't explicitly tell you where to get movies because of YouTube's policies, but I'll give you some hints that will point you in the right direction. Quality is everything. If your footage looks like it was recorded with a potato, your video will flop. You need HD quality, minimum 1080p, preferably 4K if you can get it. Look at this comparison. Low quality footage, 23,000 views, terrible retention. High quality footage of the same movie, 1.2 million views, 68% retention rate. The difference is night and day. Here's what I do. I research the movie thoroughly first. I read the plot on Wikipedia. I check IMDb for key scenes. I read user reviews to understand what people loved or hated about it. And yes, I watch the entire movie. This research phase takes me about 4 hours per video, but it's the difference between a good recap and a viral recap. I'm taking notes the entire time, marking timestamps for the best scenes, identifying plot holes that viewers will want explained. I use a simple system: green highlights for must-include scenes, yellow for good-to-have scenes, red for scenes that might cause copyright issues. This saves me hours in the editing phase. Step 3 is where the magic happens: script writing. And here's the secret that took me from 10,000 views to 10 million views per video. Most people write their scripts chronologically: beginning, middle, end, boring, predictable. The algorithm hates it, and more importantly, viewers click away. Here's what I do instead. I call it narrative scrambling. I deliberately tell the story out of order. I might start with the climax, jump to the beginning, then reveal the middle, then go back to explain how we got to the climax. Look at these retention graphs. Linear storytelling, massive drop-off after 2 minutes, average view duration 347. Narrative scrambling, people watch until the end, average view duration 823. Here's my exact process. First, I watch the movie and identify 7 key plot points. Then I arrange them like this: point 4, point 1, point 6, point 2, point 5, point 3, point 7. But it's not random scrambling. There's a psychology to it. I start with the most dramatic moment to hook viewers. Then I create information gaps that force them to keep watching to understand how we got there. Let me show you a real example from my Gone Girl recap that got 3.2 million views. Instead of starting with Nick and Amy are a married couple, I started with Nick is standing over his wife's blood-soaked kitchen and he's smiling. Boom, instant hook. Now viewers need to know, who is Nick? Who is Amy? Why is there blood? Why is he smiling? They literally cannot click away. This works because of something called the curiosity gap, a psychological principle discovered by behavioral economist George Lowenstein. When there's a gap between what we know and what we want to know, it creates an itch that must be scratched. Netflix figured this out years ago. Ever notice how their shows start with a dramatic scene, then cut to 24 hours earlier? Same principle. They're creating artificial curiosity gaps. My Black Mirror Bandersnatch recap started with the ending where the main character breaks the fourth wall, 2.1 million views. My Inception recap started with the spinning top scene, 1.8 million views. Now, I mentioned earlier there's a specific scheduling strategy that can double your views. Here's what I discovered after analyzing over 200 of my videos. Upload time matters more than you think. But before I reveal that, you need to nail your audio production. Step 4, audio. And this is where I see people make expensive mistakes that cost them thousands of views. You have 2 options: record yourself or use AI. If you're serious about long-term success, record yourself. Your own voice builds connection and trust. Plus, YouTube's algorithm favors authentic content over AI-generated content. Look at this data from my channels. Videos with my real voice average 1.4 million views. Videos with AI voice average 890,000 views. Same content, same editing, but real voice performs 57% better. But if you're camera shy or have an accent you're worried about, I use 11 Labs AI, not the free version. That sounds robotic and viewers can tell immediately. The paid version costs $22 a month, but it's worth every penny. Here's my recording setup. Audio-Technica AT220 microphone. Costs about $100. I also use a Focusrite Scarlett Solo audio interface. Another $100. Total investment, $200, but it's paid for itself thousands of times over. Environment is crucial. I record late at night when it's quiet, usually between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. I close all windows and doors. I even put blankets around my recording area to reduce echo. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but it works. I use Audacity for audio editing. It's free and does everything I need. I remove background noise, normalize the audio levels, and add a slight compression to make my voice sound more professional. Here's something most people don't think about: voice training. I spent 2 months practicing different tones and pacing. Slow down for dramatic moments, speed up for action sequences, use pauses strategically to build tension. Step 5, editing. This is where the money is made or lost. and I'm about to show you techniques that most people charge thousands of dollars to teach. First, slow down your video footage to 0.70 speed. This serves three purposes. It makes the video longer, which helps with monetization, it helps avoid copyright detection, and it actually makes action scenes more dramatic. Next, crop from all four sides. Not just a little bit, I'm talking significant cropping while maintaining quality. I usually crop 15 to 20% from each side. This changes the video's digital fingerprint completely. Then apply a mirror effect, flip the entire video horizontally. This is another layer of copyright protection, but it also makes familiar scenes feel fresh and new. Color grading is huge. I adjust brightness up by 15%, increase contrast by 20%, and add a slight warm filter. This makes the footage look more cinematic and helps it stand out from other recaps. But here's the secret sauce, the 3-second rule with narrative scrambling. Every clip is exactly 3 seconds long, no more, no less. But here's the key, I leave 6 to 7 seconds between each clip where it's just my voiceover with a screenshot or a still image. This creates a rhythm that keeps viewers engaged. 3 seconds of action, 6 seconds of explanation, 3 seconds of action, 6 seconds of explanation. It's hypnotic. Viewers fall into this rhythm and can't break away. And remember that narrative scrambling I mentioned? Here's how I implement it in editing. I'm showing clip from minute 45 of the movie, then jumping to minute 5, then minute 70, then minute 15. The story still makes sense because my voiceover ties it together, but the visual sequence is completely scrambled. Result? 0 copyright strikes in 4 years across 3 channels and over 400 videos. The algorithm literally cannot match scrambled, cropped, slowed, mirrored, and color-adjusted footage to the original. Here are some advanced techniques I use. I add subtle zoom effects to static shots, I use cross-dissolve transitions between clips, and I occasionally add text overlays for emphasis. These small touches make the video feel more professional. Background music is crucial. I use Epidemic Sound, costs $30 a month, but gives me access to thousands of copyright-free tracks. I choose music that matches the movie's mood, but doesn't overpower my narration. Remember that scheduling secret I mentioned? Here it is, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when my videos perform best. But there's actually a deeper strategy behind timing that involves understanding your audience's behavior patterns. Step 6, upload optimization. This is where good videos become viral videos, and where most people leave money on the table. Thumbnails are everything. I spend more time on thumbnails than most people spend on their entire video. I use Leonardo AI, gives you 10 to 15 free generations per day, but I also pay for the premium version because it's that important. Here's the crazy part. YouTube automatically tests your thumbnails and shows the best performing one after 24 hours. Most people don't know this feature exists. I create 5 different thumbnails for every video and let YouTube pick the winner. Look at these examples. Thumbnail A, 234,000 views. Thumbnail B, 1.2 million views. Same video, same content, but the thumbnail made a 400% difference in performance. Titles follow specific formulas that I've tested over hundreds of videos. Formula 1, this movie will emotion plus movie name. Formula 2, movie name ending explained plus hook. Formula 3, why movie name is controversial statement. This movie will destroy your faith in humanity. 3.2 million views. Inception ending finally explained. 2.8 million views. Why the Notebook is actually toxic. 1.9 million views. Description is crucial for SEO, and I have a template I use for every video. Paragraph 1, hook and summary. Paragraph 2, movie details and credits. Paragraph 3, call to action and related videos. Paragraph 4, timestamps and chapters.